ভাই অনেকদিন পর কি অবস্থা আপনার, কেমন আছেন? অনেকদিন পর আসা হলো। চিনতে পারি নাই দাদা, এখন চিনছি, লাইকটা করে দাও। অনেকদিন পরে আসলাম লাইভে। দেখি দাদা, আইডিটা দাও, লাইকটা করে দিও দাদা। দাঁড়ান দেখি ব্ল্যাক মাম্বা কিছু পাইছে। কিছু তো পায় নাই। রণজিৎ। দিয়েছি দাদা রিকোয়েস্ট। বাপরে, ভালো স্কোর তো বানাই নিচ্ছে দাদা। ফ্রিতে তো ভালো স্কোয়াড বানাই নিছ মিয়া, সেরা একটা স্কোয়াড। ভাই যে দুই সিএফ আছে না, সোয়ারেজ আর ফৌলান, মা কোন দুইটা সিএফ। এমএফটা পাই নাই রে ভাই আমি। আর ডিএমএফ, বাপরে বাপ, তিনটা ডিএমএফ রাখছে, দুইটা বক্স টু বক্স, একটা বক্স, দুইটা বক্স টু বক্স মনে হয়, একটা অ্যাঙ্করম্যান, এলবিআর বিসিবি, জিকে, কালেকটিভ স্ট্রেংথ 3180, ভালোই তো। ওকে ভাই, যারা যারা লাইভ স্ট্রিমটা দেখতেছেন প্লিজ দয়া করে লাইক করে দিবেন। চলো রঞ্জিত দা, ইভেন্টটা কি আছে নাকি চলে গেছে? কয়েন অনেকগুলো জমাই নিছে বুঝছো দাদা, 6000 কয়েন হয়ে গেছে। 6000, 6000 কয়েন। ভাই রে ভাই, ফোন আগুনের মতো হিট হয়েছে। রুহান ভাই, কি অবস্থা? কেমন আছেন? ওয়ালাইকুম সালাম। হ্যাঁ ভাই, অনেকদিন পরে আসা হইল। 6000 কয়েন ভাই। এই রমজান মাসে গেম খেলতে পারি নাই, বুঝছেন? এই তো ভাই, আমি আলহামদুলিল্লাহ ভালো আছি। লাইকটা করে দিবেন। আসা হয় না ভাই ফোনের কারণে, বুঝছেন? ফোনে একটু ঝামেলা করে, মন চায় না খেলতে। 1500 কয়েন করছেন মাত্র? খায়া ফেলান মনে হয়। আমার 100 বাকি আছে, 100 লাগে 6000 করতে। হয়ে যাইব। ধন্যবাদ ভাই লাইক করার জন্য। আমি ভাই এবার 12500 না করা পর্যন্ত স্পিন মারমই না। দেখমু কোন আমি কেমন, আমার এই পিক দেয় না। কোন আমির একদিন নাইলে আমার একদিন। শেষ পর্যন্ত না দেখে ছাড়ুন।
Well, this is just joyous. The perfect backdrop as both sides look to clear the first hurdle. Supporters here in terrific numbers. So will they be going back happy at the end of 90 minutes? Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And already we're underway here.
Robert Pires is another outstanding attacking midfield talent, one of the finest of his generation.
Yeah, and pretty prolific for a wide player, actually. Gets his fair share of goals.
Yeah, he has a poetry in motion grace about his game and can truly conjure up some magical footwork.
No foul, says the referee. And he's picked out the run. Now it's Szoboszlai. Shoots! The breakthrough strike! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Number 8, Kevin De Bruyne.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Van der Ven cuts out the pass. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Now this could be a chance. Decent chance! And he's quick to get it clear again. Can he get it through? Adams. And he's straight offside.
এটা কোনো কথা? তো রোহান ভাই, ঈদ কেমন কাটলো আপনার?
Manchester United applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and a big chance! He has done it!
আমারও ভাই ভালো, জাস্ট
And
নামাজ
they're at
পড়ে
it
এসে
again
ঘুমিয়েছিলাম,
in double quick
বিকালে ঘুম
time.
থেকে উঠে খেলতে গেলাম।
As simple as
খেলতে
you
থেকে
like,
এসে বাজার
the
মানে
outcome
বাজারে একটু
utterly
ঘুরে
inevitable.
গেছিলাম।
Yeah, it's simply
Yeah.
tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Liverpool are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
That's an imaginative pass. Oh, super find. Liverpool have it back and can go again. Now then, the ball's come loose. Takes a shot! In he goes again.
ভাই
Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. A quite incredible
অনেকদিন পরে এসে 3
They
গোল।
are flying. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
Liverpool find a position of real strength now.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The
Our
manager
goal
will be
pass.
absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And here's Haaland. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, important interception.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Ericsson, very much a man of this moment. Passing is crisp and sharp. And there's the end of the first half.
এই তো ভাই
Well, I
বললাম
think
তো ঈদ
many
কেমনে
people
গেল।
saw this coming ahead of kickoff.
নামাজের পরে আইসা
It's an
খাওয়া দাওয়া
eye-catching
করে ঘুম
scoreline,
দিছিলাম।
but it's a fair reflection
ঘুম
of
থেকে
what we've just seen in this first
ওইটা
half,
মনে করেন যে
Peter.
খেলতে
Now
গেছিলাম
they just
বিকালে,
need to make sure they retain their
আর
focus
খেলার থেকে আইসা
till the
গোসল
very
টোসল
end.
কইরা বাদে আবার
No
বাজারে
shortcuts.
Liverpool very
একটু
much in
বেড়াইটারে
control
আসলাম,
here,
খাওয়া দাওয়া
3-0
কইরা।
and cruising.
বন্ধু বান্ধব ব্রাই
So
ব্রাদার
we're just
ছিল।
settling back into this second half.
ওকে ভাই, কালকে আসবো না।
Rodri. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well
ঈদে
stopped.
ভাই আমার বেড়াইবার মতো জায়গা নাই, বুঝছেন, তাই আর যাওয়া হয়
That's
নাই।
been intercepted. Diaz. Now it's Owen. Tries to pass it through. Picked out brilliant. He's had a shot!
ও ভাই চারটা।
No mistake! Results no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Liverpool are having a ball here. Manchester United can breathe again. Just Owen! Oh, terrific save.
দুর্বল শট ছিল
Really
ওয়েনের।
can't believe he didn't put that away. He'd set himself up
ভাই
perfectly.
বাচ্চি।
He's on it. Can he get away?
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn. Might want to be careful there.
And that has put paid to that. It's not an
আরে
especially good pass.
টাচ
that.
লাগে চলে গেছে, ভুল পাস।
Perez. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. aimed beyond the defence. And this is Ericsson. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Szoboszlai. De Bruyne. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And this is Owen.
Okay, it didn't quite come off. The execution, I think, needs a retry, maybe with a better outcome.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And this is Owen. De Bruyne. Now it's Diaz. Now it's Haaland. Bops him off it and wins back the ball.
ওইটা গেল ভাই
He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort.
আমি কোনোটাই পাই নাই ভাই বুঝছেন অনেক স্পিন মারছি অনেক স্পিন মারছিলাম কোনোটাই পাই নাই
Substitution on the field. Number
কলম হইলে ভালো হইতো আমারও
Szoboszlai. Coming on the field is number 19, Wilshere. Substitutions taking place.
And he's decided to go for it. Oh, he really got hold of that.
আমি এরকম কয়েন পাইছিলাম ভাই 50-60 কয়েন হবে
McAllister. And he's only too happy to take that back. And it's De Bruyne.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
De Bruyne. Perez. Well, that looks a cracking ball. Little doubt, that is a foul.
লাস্ট টাইমে এসে রেড
Referee's
কার্ডটা
come
খাইলাম
over. It's a red card. So seemingly that was deemed a
স্পিন
denial
কয়টা
of a
মারছি
clear
দেখে বলতে হবে
goal-scoring
দাঁড়ান
opportunity.
Well, it's never nice to see something like that, is it? But that's what it says in the letter of the law. He's got to go.
দিয়া দে ভাই একটা গোল
And here's McAllister.
18, Didier Drogba.
একটা দিয়া
And
দে
again. It's in. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter. But you really shouldn't be left
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle.
Please make sure
Liverpool can celebrate now. They have.
দেখি দাঁড়ান কয়টা মারলাম 14টা মেবি যাই হোক 50 কয়েন পাইলাম আরো 12টা হইলে মনে হয় আমি ইয়েরে পামুনি। আরো 18টা ম্যাচ খেলতে হবে। আরো 50 কয়েন লয়া লই। কোন দিক থেকে নেই? সাউথ আমেরিকা কোন টিমের প্লেয়ার ভালো আছে? ব্রাজিলের মোটামুটি ভালো আছে ভাই। ওকে ভাই, আল্লাহ হাফেজ। ভালো থাকেন, আর কালকে দেখা হবে ইনশাআল্লাহ। ব্রাজিলের সব তো ভাই ডি ফর্মে আছে। এটা তো মারাত্মক পজিশনের কার্ড রে ভাই।
Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. The action has already started. Doué finds himself in the starting lineup. Jim, what would you say are his most notable qualities? Well, he's gone for goal. Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
France with the corner, they're first. And the keeper beats it away. Now this could be a chance. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
Aha.
And the pass is intercepted. Rafinha running with the ball. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. France are enjoying the lion's share of possession, but nothing yet to show for it. France finding their passes. Casemiro. Now it's Zico. And he's managed to get free. Oh, this looks sharp. Koundé. And that's really well manoeuvred. Casemiro. And it's Zico. Now it's Richarlison. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. He's not played the ball, that's a foul.
ভাই যারা যারা দেখতেছেন স্ট্রিমটা প্লিজ দয়া করে লাইক এন্ড সাবস্ক্রাইবটা করে দিবেন।
Fred. And here's Zico. Zico! Denied by an instinctive save.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
And it's Zico. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Koundé gets his final warning.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
Not much doubt about who's going to take this one. Oh, lots on that one, but he couldn't find the target. Rafinha takes control of it and he's on the move. Cafu just loves to go forward whenever he can. Zico. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a
গোল
great
পাস
deal.
দিয়া দিছি রে।
Talisca. Now it's Richarlison. Oh, super ball. Rafael Varane. Camavinga. Mbappe. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, they can break here. Nicely worked. Oh, important interception. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps.
And now, please
So we reached the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. That gets things going for the second half.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Shot could
Bye,
be
bye,
good.
bye, bye, bye.
Shots! Brilliant from Rafinha! About as smooth as it gets. The second half off to a spectacular start.
Terrible error, duly punished.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
So the first moment of... He's one-on-one! He could be in
Bye,
here.
bhai.
Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty.
এটা না কইরা কোনো
And
ইয়ে
he
ছিল না,
could
উপায়
not
ছিল
have
না আমার
picked a
জন্য।
worse time to give one away. So this to extend their lead. Terrific save by Manuel. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Zico has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Almost an hour gone. And he's intervened well there. Knocks it into space. Decent chance!
যাই হোক গোলটা ব্যাক করলাম ভাই।
Oh, how good is that? Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy. France are back on level terms. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
France are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides.
বাপরে
The
টেলাস
next goal is going to be so significant. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
He is through here, and they can counter here. Now, can they get him away? And he shoots! And a terrific save from the keeper.
একটু হোল্ড করা উচিত ছিল রে ভাই, ভুল করে ফেলাইছি।
Substitution for France. Number 22.
Corner number 2 then.
Number 14. Rabiot. Coming on the field. Number 8. Perez. Number 33. Zaire Emery.
Can he
Goal.
finish? Goal, France! Such thrill, such noise, and how this matters. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
I think this team shows great willpower and a wonderful never-say-die attitude. No other outfit can match them. They just keep going. Superb.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now then, the ball's come loose. Face to face with the keeper. Shapes to shoot! They've scored! And there's the goal they've been looking for. A momentary lapse exploited with glee.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
Number 6.
France go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Number 12.
Zico, he's picked his way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Mbappe, probing pass. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Mbappe. Can he get it through? It's a pretty loose pass. Koundé, keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. And there
ভাই
goes
জিতে
the
গেলাম।
final whistle. Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with flying colours. Your reflections then, Jim?
কিন্তু এটা তো ভাই খেলাই হয় নাই। চলেন ডিভিশন খেলি, গেম তো অনেক দিন পরে আসলাম গেমে।
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And as you can see, we've already started here. Manchester United have gone 4-3-3. Jim, how do you interpret that?
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much tidier, compact defensive look.
Oh, that's well spotted. Looking for options for movement. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Can he finish? Oh, crossbar! Now that has posed a few
ভাই
awkward
এতক্ষণ ভালো
questions.
গেম খেললাম
Actually
বাট
looks
এখন
pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
বুঝলাম না এরকম করে কেন।
Van Dijk cuts it out. Neymar.
Well, the greatest goal threat down below us, Peter, is Michael Owen.
Forever the boy wonder. Burst onto the world scene, of course, in such sensational style and left us with that unforgettable impression.
Yeah, and he'll forever be remembered for that, Peter, but his catch-me-if-you-can style of finishing and one-on-one duels with keepers, it became the norm.
Absolutely so, and I guess we're all expecting him to notch a goal or two here. It's a pretty loose pass. Tries to play it through. Out to the left it goes. There's the shot! Oh, it's hit the post! Pedri. No goals as yet. Now it's Owen. Van Nistelrooy.
ধুরু,
Looking for the run.
ভাই এরকম গেম খেলা যায়?
Neymar is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Now it's Owen. And he's heaved it
শালায়
away.
খেলতেছে স্মার্ট অ্যাসিস্টে। শালার পুত। ভাই এরকম গেম খেলা যায় যে লেগ দিতেছে?
Zanetti spots it and intercepts. Searching pass he's played there. Rijkaard gets across to intercept that. Can he get it through? Well read, nice interception. That's a lovely, neat pass. Manchester United looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it.
Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card. The player's body language here is a bit grim, it is not looking great at all. So who's he going to be aiming for here? And it's Serginho. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Pedri.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Neymar. De Bruyne. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Ericsson.
There will be
Nicely
1
weighted
minute
ball.
added time.
Deftly away. Nicked it back promptly. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period.
Just a
Let
quick
us see what
reminder
the
today,
second half
please
brings.
refrain from parking outside
How would you
the
review the
stadium.
first half?
Thank you very
Well,
much
simply
for your
put,
cooperation.
Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And the second half gets underway. Both sides defensively robust up to now.
নির্ঘাত
It'll be a throw-in.
ওই স্মার্ট অ্যাসিস্টে খেলতেছে।
Pedri. Van Nistelrooy, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Neymar. Now it's Owen. He's had it taken off him. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. And that's going to be a booking. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And it's Neymar. Well, if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. That's a foul, no two ways about it.
Well, Peter, when you're up against
ভাই
a
যারা যারা এখন
speedster,
স্ট্রিমে লাইক
you've
করেন
got to
নাই
get
প্লিজ
to
দয়া
him
করে একটা
early
করে
and
লাইক
not let
করে
him get
দিবেন
into his stride,
আর
and they're just not
সাথে সাথে
doing that.
সাবস্ক্রাইব তো করে দিবেন
Neymar. Now it's Owen. De Bruyne. Pass is just off target. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and we could do with some...
Goes for a shot!
এই
He
সুযোগটার
scored!
অপেক্ষায় ছিলাম ভাইয়া
The breakthrough arrives at
কখন
last!
ডিফেন্স ফাঁকা পাম
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way.
কারণ
Terrific.
পোলায় ভাই খেলতেছে স্মার্ট সিস্টেম
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And here's De Bruyne.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Just about up to 75 minutes. Plays a sharp little ball here.
Manchester United really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Neymar. Zanetti gets it clear.
হাই রে সিস্টের বাচ্চা রে
Substitution in progress.
What a throw in. And that's another throw. Van Nistelrooy is onto it in a flash. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Passing is crisp and sharp. That is a great pick out. It's played through for him.
ভাই
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. And it's Van Nistelrooy, out to the right, and he's had it nicked away.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal.
ভাই একটা ম্যাচ শেষ করতে যায় 17-18% চার্জ চলে যায় আরে দুঃখ ভাই যারা যারা স্ট্রিমে এখনো লাইক করেন নাই প্লিজ দয়া করে লাইকটা করে দিবেন
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's down to business here.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costacurta.
Yeah, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the Milanese elite from the 1990s.
Yeah, but ability-wise, I think he was on a par with the rest of them. And his tactical versatility means the centre-back, full-back.
Sweeper, defensive midfield player.
Yeah, and we shouldn't forget his outstanding vision and confidence on the ball being almost as important as what he did at the back.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo! It looks as though the ref has given a penalty. He has. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. So the would-be breakthrough moment. 1-0, never any doubt. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Well, he dipped into a world of focus then and dismissed any distraction.
So, a breakthrough already. He could be in here. Oh, that was vital. It's a searching pass. Cannavaro. Pedri. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Alexander-Arnold. And the through ball. Big chance! It's in! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry.
And Torres!
ভাই ওর ফিগার
He's
আপনি ওর
produced
মতো
there
কোনো
the
ইয়েই
crispest of
পেয়েছি
hits.
Yeah, it
মানে
didn't come
physical
off,
contact
but
দিয়ে
you
ঢুকে
can
দিচ্ছে
praise the
এরকম
drive
অবস্থা।
and the application. It was beautifully hit.
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. And here's Owen. Passing is crisp and sharp. And this is Ericsson. And he's in shapes to shoot! He's scored! And the comeback is complete! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Bangladesh are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Neymar has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Can he get on the end of this?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That's an excellent interception.
There will be 3 minutes at
Well,
a
he was
time.
clearly disappointed with that pass.
Bangladesh clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Nice physical challenge. Knocks it into space. Cruyff looking to get on the end of this. And the finish! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Kimmich's cross. Tries to get it clear. Goes for a shot!
ভাই রে ভাই,
Oh, how
পুরা
good
জুড়ে গোল
is
দিয়ে
he?
দিল।
He's got himself an absolute peach. Again we... And that is going to be the final action of the first half. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half. Quite a half. More of the same, please. Score at the interval, 2-2.
Substitution for Leverkusen. Number 20, Cristiano Ronaldo. Number 17,
So once again, we're underway.
coming on the field. Number 9.
He's on it. Can he get away?
Number 25,
Makaleli.
Griezmann.
Now it's Torres. That's a good ball out wide. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Schlotterbeck. Mbappe chasing after it. And reclaimed it in a trice. And it's Alexander-Arnold. And there's green grass ahead of him. Griezmann. Now it's Torres.
Such good technique.
Now it's Mbappe.
Oh, really well played.
Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
He's shaping up to have a crack from here.
I think there's actually a quiet confidence in pulling this off.
Messi! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Mbappe absolutely focused then on foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And he is going into that little black book.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Kimmich ready to try one.
Yeah, and a heart and mouth time for the culprit, who may well regret his transgression.
Cruyff! He went for the curler. Kimmich. Torres goes steaming forward. Torres showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And here's Torres. A heavy challenge. Owen. Costa Curta makes the interception. Now it's Mbappe. Eriksson.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Mbappe has found the net here, of course. He has found the way through. Mbappe. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Messi. Nicely weighted ball. Fernando Torres. He's picked his way through. Rijkaard did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Now it's Owen. Neymar tries to pass it through. And he's there to get it away.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Now it's Torres. Always onto this. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, shooting chance! I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Substitution in progress.
Time for a change in personnel. There could be trouble here for Torres!
Substitutions taking place.
And it's Griezmann. Mbappe is onto this. There's the shot! Oh, what about that? Late in the day, this could well be it! And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Bayer Leverkusen has a shot! Oh, it's a beauty! A finish right from the top draw! Dying minutes, and we're all square again! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Yeah, tempted and teased the keeper into thinking he could get to it, but it just eased away to catch the inside of the post.
And we're done. Magic. What a magical football match, and genuine respect all round. Mbappe taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match.
ভাই পায়া গেছি ভাইয়া, পায়া গেছি। শেষ এই প্যাকটা। পঞ্চাশ কয়েন আরবার যদি পাইয়া দিতাম। ম্যাকালিস্টার ডান। এখন আছে এই প্যাক না, এই প্যাকেও 2বার পাইয়া গেছে 50 কয়েন, একটাও কার্ড পাই নাই। কিরে এটা গেল কই? ম্যাকালিস্টার গেল কই? ম্যাকালিস্টার গেল কই ভাইয়া? এই তো এখানে তো ঠিকই আছে। ও ফ্রান্সের হয়ে গেছে। অর্ডার ফর সাইনিং। খারে রাইকা খারে 77। ফিজিক্যাল কন্ট্যাক্ট অনেক কম। ম্যাকঅ্যালিস্টারের ফিজিক্যাল কন্ট্যাক্ট কম ভাই।
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So we're up and running. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Yeah, time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
Lewandowski receives it in a good position here. It's Lewandowski!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, he's onto this. Owen. Nice control. He is through here. And they've got rid. Oh, there's a probing ball. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Neymar. Neymar! And he has kept it out somehow.
Neymar clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Valverde. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Rijkaard. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He has a look up. Nicely weighted ball. Cleared without complication. Mbappe, looking for options for movement. He has found a way through. Yamal. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. And it's Neymar. And here's Owen. And here's Mbappe. Looking for the run. He can get that clear. Valverde did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Oh no, this does not look... Takes a shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Owen actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. Owen! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. Well, anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Cannavaro gets over and intercepts. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, nicely intercepted. Pedri. Neymar is someone with real dynamite in his boots. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Neymar. Well timed, excellent interception. And that'll be the last act of the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So we reach the halfway point.
Bangladesh ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Bangladesh are probably feeling...
Chance for a shot! It's a goal! And that is the goal we've all been
এই
yearning
তো
for.
সাকিব ভাই, কি অবস্থা আপনার? কেমন
And the
আছেন?
trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end,
আমি এই
they
তো
end up
আলহামদুলিল্লাহ
shipping a
ভালো
goal at
আছি।
the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react.
লাইকটা মেরে দেন
There's only
সাকিব
one
ভাই।
word to describe that: clinical.
So the first goal of the game.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Neymar knocks it into space. Can he finish? It's there! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion.
অনেকদিন পরে আসলাম
Everyone
সাকিব ভাই।
waited for the cross,
তো আপনার
but
কি
he
অবস্থা?
had
কেমন
other
আছেন?
ideas.
Peter, you have to have a certain
গেমে
imagination to
ঢুকছি
produce
অনেকদিন
the
পরে।
incredible, and that was incredible.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And it's Neymar. Oh, no joy this time. And he's there to retrieve it. It's Neymar! Defending of the desperate variety.
ফোনে চার্জ নাই।
Substitution on the field. Number 11, Owen. Coming on the field is number 10, Erling Haaland.
And this is Neymar. Off Neymar! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Messi. Looking to play him in. Pedri. Neymar. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Neymar. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's had it taken off him. This looks promising. Ahead by two and just about into the home straight. Now it's Mbappe. Threads one in. Haaland is onto this. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Knocks it out wide. That's a promising run he's making on the right. And this is Lewandowski. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Substitution on the field. Number 13, Eriksen.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
On the field, number 9, McAllister. Number
Messi
8,
looking to penetrate opposition lines. And he's picked it up out wide. He's got away. He's having a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Lamine Yamal really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And that will be the final act. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the...